everyone, this is the recording for week 3. This week you're required to read chapters 5 and 6. We're going to discuss frames in the discussion and creating media queries. So for the discussion, you're to research frames, consider reviewing techniques that are used to convert frame-based websites, the ADA compliance issues, and specify reasons why frames may or may not be effective for use in a web structure. The initials due Wednesday. Remember, you need at least one APA format. I've been really harping on APA the last 2 weeks. I won't be doing that anymore. I expect you to go back and see my comments in the discussions and my comments on the discussion grading to know how to do the APA format. You can still ask questions, but I won't be covering that in any of the replies anymore. You need 3 replies due by Sunday. Now the week 3 assignment is found on page 296 of chapter 6 of your textbook. It's due on Sunday. You will be editing 2 files found in the extend folder of the chapter 6 download that you downloaded in week 6. You will need to turn in a zip file with all the required files. So there's the HTML file, the CSS file, and all of the images. Remember, I want you to get used to turning in everything that's required to open a web page and have all the pictures and everything show up, because if you don't, I will count off for that. Now, I did create a checklist again, and there aren't very many in this particular assignment, so they're worth like 10 points each. So make sure you do every little thing to get all the points you can. And I will post the checklist with this recording in the announcement. Okay, to start with, you're going to open the Apply 06 HTML and enter your name and date in the comment area. So if I go to the Apply 06 HTML, it's up here that I want your name, and today's date would be the day that you're working on it. So that's where you want to put it. You also want to put it in the CSS file, and that's at the top where it says created by student and today's date. In other words, the day that you're doing the assignment. So those are the requirements for that particular step. Step 2, and I just have it shown here. And then step 3 has to do with the HTML document, or the CSS document, I'm sorry. So then next you're going to add a media query to target a tablet viewpoint. And what this does is it adds a query that looks to see what you're using and then adjusts the screen to fit on if you're using a tablet versus a desktop viewpoint. So this has a comment which says styles for tablet layout, and it goes after the footer, and then you're going to create a new rule for the image. So the image section goes after that, and it sets the width of the image, and that's step 5, and that's for the tablet. Then for step 6, you're going to add a media query for the desktop viewport. It's going to follow all the stuff that you did for the tablet. Same thing, going to do a query, but you're going to have a different width, and then you're going to have your image width. And that is step 6 and 7. Now skip steps 9 and 10, which are asking you to use the developer tools. And if I open this website, let's go to the assignment. section, and I'll just open the website. And this is what you're looking to do, to set it up so that it shows them across like that. And if I do Control U, let me just do it with my little, that brings up the code, and you can see the code that's written there. Now, if we're on this site and we go to more tools, developer tools, it brings up the code side by side. Then if you want, you can inspect a section. Now in the book it talks about making sure that a link isn't broken up, and that's what it's talking about in step, let's see, what was it? Steps 9 and 10. But I really have no way of knowing whether you did that or not, or how to grade it. So that's why I'm just saying, just skip that part. If you want to practice, that's fine, but don't make any changes other than what you already have. So, whoops, I said I did it again, but I have a typo there. So skip steps 9 and 10. I'll fix that before I upload it. You're going to validate your HTML file. So that's here. And when you choose to validate, you choose your file and then you check it. And as long as you have this little green thing that says there are no errors, you're fine. If you have a warning or something or an error, you need to fix that. And for last time we had some warnings about the language. It's better if you just go ahead and fix that, because if I come across a warning, I'm going to count off, because that's the way it goes. And then you do the same for your CSS file and check it, and it's a little bit different message, but that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I have showed here. Now to submit the files, you're going to zip your apply file, because the apply file has two folders in it and then the file separate. So I want you to zip the apply file so that you include this whole thing to me, so that I have all the images and the CSS file and the HTML file. That's what I'm telling you is required here. Some of you in the last assignment did not send all the files, and I've counted off, because if you created a website and you just sent part of the files, then your customer was not going to have a web page that is appropriate. So you want to always have all the files loaded on the server, ready for that web page to be opened, and that's why I require all of them. I know there's not very many sections to do for this one, so if you just miss one thing, you're gonna lose a whole 10 points. So make sure you get all of those things done. If you have any questions, just let me know. Give me a call or send me an email. And that's all I have for today.